So you're ambitious, you've got goals, ideas, plans. Maybe you want to build something big, a business, a career, a legacy. Maybe you want to finally get in shape, start creating content, learn something meaningful, change your life. Whatever it is, it's not small. And it's not just a passing thought. It's a constant pull. You know you're meant for more, but there's a problem. You're also kind of lazy. Not lazy in the traditional sense, not the I don't care about anything kind of lazy. You care a lot. You think about your goals constantly. You daydream about the future. You imagine how it could feel. And sometimes, you even get these strong waves of motivation. You're like, that's it, I'm done wasting time. This is my season. I'm going all in. You make the perfect to-do list. You set your alarm for 6 a.m. You write down your goals, visualize your future, maybe watch a few more motivational videos just to lock it in. And day one, you're a machine. You feel on top of the world. Day two, still good. Bit slower, but you're proud. But by day 3 or 4, the momentum starts to fade. You miss a task. You get tired. You convince yourself it's fine to take a break. And suddenly, the break becomes the new normal, and the guilt returns. That silent, frustrating guilt that comes from knowing you're capable of more, but not showing up for it. And it lingers for days, weeks, until you settle into a new baseline, a sort of quiet resignation. You're not miserable. You're just not where you could be. Then a few months go by, and guess what? It's January again. New year, new you, same goals, same cycle. Here's the thing though. You're not broken. You're not lazy. You just haven't learned how to work with yourself. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about why this keeps happening and how you can break the cycle without needing superhuman discipline. 1. Why you keep slipping. It's not what you think. Most productivity advice is shallow. Delete your apps, wake up earlier, use this planner. And sure, those tactics help a little. But they're addressing the symptoms, not the root. Because the real problem isn't your phone, it's not even your motivation, it's inertia. Inertia is a physics concept. It means an object at rest tends to stay at rest. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. That's it. That's the entire battle. When you're stuck, when you're sitting around knowing you should be doing something but you just can't get yourself to move, what you're actually fighting is inertia. Think about it. Once you finally force yourself to start a task, like really get into it, it usually feels fine. Sometimes it even feels good. But getting started feels like pushing a boulder uphill. Why? Because your brain is wired for efficiency and comfort. And big goals, they feel uncomfortable. Writing a book, it's huge. Starting a business, overwhelming. Even just going for a run when you're tired, it feels like too much. So what do? We avoid the start. We delay. We do smaller, meaningless things to feel busy while actually staying still. And that delay becomes a habit. And the longer you sit in that state of inertia, the heavier it gets. 2. The antidote to inertia. Here's the solution. It's not motivation, it's not discipline, it's momentum. And the only way to get momentum is to start. The trick is making the start as small as possible, because your brain hates big, intimidating starts. So, if your goal is to write 10 pages, just write 1 sentence. If your goal is to go to the gym, just put on your shoes and step outside. If your goal is to study, just open the book and read the first paragraph. This sounds ridiculously simple, almost too simple. But it works, because what you're doing is breaking the inertia. You're not trying to win the whole game today. You're just playing the first move. This is where the 2-minute rule comes in. It goes like this. If it's hard to start something, commit to just 2 minutes. Just 2. Tell yourself, I'll write for 2 minutes. I'll clean my room for 2 minutes. I'll stretch for 2 minutes. And then you stop if you want. But 90% of the time, you won't stop, because the hardest part is already done. You're in motion. You're no longer thinking about doing the task. You're already doing it. And the mental resistance is gone. The more often you do this, the more you build the habit of starting. And that habit, that's what changes everything. And speaking of building momentum and making learning easy, this video is sponsored by Brilliant. If you're someone who wants to learn complex topics like math, science, computer science, or even AI, but always get stuck because it feels overwhelming or boring, Brilliant is built for you. It's an interactive learning platform that helps you understand big ideas by breaking them down into bite-sized, hands-on lessons. Instead of just watching lectures, you're solving fun, engaging problems that guide you through the learning process step by step. It's kind of like having a personal tutor who makes things make sense without ever being dull. You stay engaged because you're actually doing the work, and learning by doing is how you retain things best. I've been using it to sharpen my problem-solving and critical thinking skills, and honestly, it's one of the most effective and enjoyable tools I've found for learning technical subjects without feeling like homework. If that sounds like something you'd benefit from, check out brilliant.org/Optify. You'll get 20% off an annual premium subscription when you sign up through that link. The link's also down below in the description. Definitely worth trying out. 3. Build systems that run themselves. Here's something most people get wrong. They think high performers are more disciplined, but actually, high performers are just better at building systems. Discipline fades, willpower gets tired, but systems? They run even when you don't feel like it. So instead of saying, I'm going to wake up early every day and grind, ask, what system can I build to make this easier? Lay out your clothes the night before. Put your phone in another room. Set up your environment so the default is the productive option. Want to read more? Leave the book on your pillow. Want to eat better? Prep your meals in advance. Want to work on your side hustle? Block out the time and automate the reminder. Systems take the pressure off. They make success the path of least resistance. You don't need to wake up every day feeling inspired. You just need to make it easier to do the right thing than the wrong thing. 4. What if you still don't start? Let's be real. There will still be days where nothing works. You'll try to start and you'll still procrastinate. You'll set the timer and you'll still skip it. That's okay. This is normal. The key is to not let those days stack. Missing one day? Not a big deal. Missing 2? That's how a new habit of avoidance begins. So make this a rule. Never miss twice. Be compassionate with yourself when you slip, but also be firm about getting back on track. Forgive quickly. Reset immediately. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency and resilience. 5. If you're ambitious and lazy, you might win bigger. Here's something no one talks about. Being lazy can be an advantage. Lazy people are efficient. They don't like wasting energy. And if they can find a smarter, faster, easier way to do something, they will. So, if you're ambitious but lazy, don't try to fight that. Don't try to be a 5 a.m. grind-set productivity monk. That's not your path. Instead, design your goals around minimum effort, maximum outcome, cut the fluff, work smart, build systems, make starting easy, let momentum do the heavy lifting. You don't need to do everything. You just need to start one thing, consistently. That's how change compounds. If you've made it this far, don't just let this be another video you nod along to and forget. Pick one thing, just one, that you've been putting off, right now. Set a timer for 2 minutes, start. That's it. That's your win for the day. And if you want to start retraining your brain for real, go check out Brilliant. It's like a gym for your mind, and the link is in the description. You'll learn how to think better, solve harder problems, and develop the kind of mental clarity that makes everything easier. Start small. Start now. The rest will take care of itself.